Mary, what exactly were you thinking?
Huh? Did I do something?
I just got here and the makeup artist told me that you're in a wedding dress. Please tell me this is a joke.
Why would it be a joke? I look beautiful in it.
Don't play innocent. Coming to a wedding in a wedding dress? What's going through your head? Our parents are here today. Are you trying to embarrass them again?
There's nothing embarrassing about it. Besides, you're the one who's going to be embarrassed.
What kind of sister shows up to her sister's wedding in a wedding dress? You've always tried to overshadow me, but this is going too far.
I'm not trying to overshadow anyone. I'm just claiming what should be mine.
What are you talking about? I'm not putting up with your selfishness today. The ceremony's about to start, so change into a proper bridesmaid dress right now.
No way. You're the one who should change. After all, this wedding is mine.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know, sis, my dream has always been to be a beautiful bride. Even when I was hospitalized with that illness, the thought of having my own wedding kept me going.
You're bringing up the hospital thing again? That was ages ago.
It's not just about the hospital. It's about everything I've had to endure while you got everything handed to you.
Yes, you were hospitalized when you were little, but that has nothing to do with this.
It has everything to do with this. Being celebrated by everyone in such a beautiful venue is perfect. That's why this wedding is mine.
This isn't just about the venue. This is my wedding day. I've spent months planning this.
Plans can change. Besides, I deserve this more than you.
Have you completely lost it? You need a partner for a wedding, but today is my wedding with David. Stop with these delusions.
Well, about that. I'm actually pregnant with your fiancé's baby, so I'll be the bride today. He's already agreed to it.
Is this another one of your stories? Like when you told everyone you won that competition in high school?
This isn't a story. I have proof. David and I have been seeing each other.
Okay.
What?
I'm saying I'll give you the wedding if that's the case. If you're pregnant, there's nothing we can do about it.
What's with that? You should be more upset.
You want me to cry, scream, throw things? Would that make you happy?
Well, yes, you're supposed to be devastated. This is your fiancé we're talking about.
Being upset won't change the fact that you're pregnant. I need to be the adult here, so I really can't give you the reaction you want.
You're just being weird. Where's your fighting spirit? You always fight back.
What's there to fight about? You're carrying his child. You win.
Just like that. You're giving up. Just like that.
I'm being practical. If what you're saying is true, then this is the right thing to do.
I see. Well, that's good that you're being so gracious about it.
Of course, family comes first, right? Just like you always say.
Right. Exactly. I knew you'd understand eventually.
I need to go check on something. I'll see you at the ceremony.
Wait, that's it? You're just walking away?
What else is there to say? You got what you wanted.
Well, I guess I did. This worked out better than I expected.
Congratulations, little sister. I hope you get everything you deserve. David, I hear you got my sister pregnant?
What? How did you find out?
So it's true then?
How do you know about that?
So you admit it. My sister just told me. She said she's pregnant with your child.
Oh, she told you about that?
Is that all you have to say? After 2 years together?
Sarah, please, let me explain.
She says she's having the wedding with you today. Says I should leave. You've really betrayed me, haven't you? Are you prepared for the consequences?
I didn't betray you. It was just once. I swear, it was just a moment of weakness, just one time.
Just once? As if that makes it better?
You don't understand. She kept coming around, always talking about how lonely she was.
So it's her fault now.
No, I made a mistake, but it was really just once.
Once or 100 times, cheating is cheating. There is no way I can forgive this.
Don't get so worked up over one time. Besides, a baby is something to celebrate, isn't it? I never thought you'd be such a terrible person who couldn't even be happy about becoming an aunt.
Are you seriously trying to turn this around on me?
You're being completely unreasonable about this.
What? Wait a minute, why am I being blamed here? You're the one who did wrong.
If you were a better fiancé, this wouldn't have happened.
Excuse me?
I was about to marry such a spiteful woman. I should thank your sister for showing me what you're really like before we got married. Besides, you should be able to laugh off a man's one-time affair. It's your fault for not being as attractive as your sister.
Are you seriously saying this?
Someone who can't forgive one mistake isn't worth marrying anyway.
One mistake, you slept with my sister.
She understands me better than you ever did. At least she doesn't judge me.
Judge you? I caught you cheating.
You're too rigid, Sarah. Life isn't always black and white.
And apparently neither is loyalty to you.
It's sad that you're being dumped before the wedding, but it's your fault for not trying hard enough as a woman. Don't be jealous of other people's happiness when you didn't put in the effort yourself.
My effort? I spent 2 years with you. I planned this entire wedding.
And look how quickly you're giving up. Mary would never give up on me like this.
You're right, she wouldn't. She's desperate enough to take my leftovers.
Don't talk about her like that. She's carrying my child.
How convenient for both of you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. I need to go make some arrangements. Enjoy your new bride.
Wait, you're really just gonna leave like this?
What else is there to say? You've made your choice.
I thought you'd fight harder for us.
Fight for what? A man who sleeps with my sister?
You're just proving my point about being cold.
Better cold than foolish. Good luck with your new family. Sis, I just finished my makeup and I am perfectly ready as a bride. The venue is so spacious and there must be a lot of guests, right? I'm so excited. You realize these are all my friends and family you're about to face. Well, they'll be my guests now. I'm sure they'll love me. Mary, I'll ask one last time. Are you sure you won't reconsider? Huh? Why? When someone's pregnant, marriage is the right thing to do, isn't it? Is that what this is really about? Doing the right thing? Of course, I'm thinking about the baby's future. That aside, it's not right to hijack your sister's wedding ceremony. Our parents will be embarrassed. Stop this. You can have your own wedding another day. But all the food and preparations would go to waste, wouldn't they? That's such a waste. I am the star today, and honestly, who cares about the parents? What? Why are you so shocked? You know I deserve this more than anyone. Deserve what exactly? All of it. The attention, the celebration, everything. And our parents don't matter in this? Parents have a responsibility because they had children, right? So being embarrassed is part of their job. Besides, the reason I'm so obsessed with having a wedding is because mom gave birth to me with a weak constitution, so it's their own fault. I don't understand why I should care about what the parents think. You've got to be kidding me. What? Why are you getting angry now? You were so understanding before. You have been causing trouble for our parents all this time, and now you say it's their own fault? If this was just because they spoiled you too much, I could understand those words. But mom and dad never tried to spoil you. Even when they tried to discipline you or correct your behavior, you'd throw tantrums and become uncontrollable. That's not true. I was just a sensitive child. It wasn't that bad. They took me to the hospital, but the doctor said there was nothing wrong, right? That's because you were causing those tantrums yourself. You just acted like a sweet, good child in front of the doctor. Nobody could see through your true nature, no matter who they consulted. And after going such lengths to get your way, how can you not care about our parents? You don't know what it was like. You were always the perfect one. Ugh, shut up. None of that matters. Because you're so privileged, you should give in a little. What? You were always mom and dad's favorite anyway. You never got sick. You could run around freely. You never had nightmares or had to be alone in a hospital room. Since you're more privileged than me, it's okay for you to be a little unhappy, right? Is that really how you see things? After everything they've done for you? They only did what parents are supposed to do. That's ridiculous. Yes, you were physically weak in the past, but that's ancient history. If you keep clinging to the past like this, you'll end up destroying our parents too. I'm done enabling your selfishness. You keep thinking you're the underprivileged child. I'm going to break you out of that delusion. You can't break what's true. I deserve this happiness. Happiness built on other people's misery isn't happiness at all. Stop trying to make me feel guilty. This is my special day. Your special day? Oh, let's see how special it really is. What's that supposed to mean? You'll find out soon enough. Enjoy your makeup while it lasts. Are you threatening me? After you said you were fine with this? I'm not threatening anything. I'm just letting things take their natural course. You're acting weird. What are you planning? Planning? I'm just being a supportive sister like you always wanted. What's going on here? Why is nobody at the venue? David isn't here either. I'm all alone. Where did all your guests go? Oh, are you disappointed? I thought you said you didn't need anyone else. Stop joking around. The ceremony is supposed to start in 10 minutes. Where? They all went home. What? They all ditched? Sis, did you invite people with no manners? Actually, they showed perfect manners, exactly what you'd expect from proper guests. What are you talking about? They're supposed to stay for my wedding. It's because they all have manners that no one is here now. Huh? Need me to spell it out? Yes, explain why my guests all left. I explained everything to the guests. I told them that the wedding wasn't canceled, but my sister would be the bride instead. Then all the guests left with their gift money, saying they came to celebrate my wedding. Besides, these are my guests. They're not your friends or acquaintances. Why should they attend your wedding? Who would want to attend a stranger's wedding? You had no right to tell them anything. This is my special day. Your special day, with my guests, my venue, my arrangements? But the wedding is still happening, right? Is it? With what guests? What about David's guests? Where's David? Oh, you should have seen his parents' faces when I told them. Told them what? His parents were furious about the bride swap. Learning that he got his fiance's sister pregnant, of course they'd be angry. His father was so mad he grabbed him by the collar and dragged him home. You told his parents? How could you? Why not? They deserve to know what kind of son they have. So no one's coming? That's terrible. Sis, you must have said something weird to make my wedding fall apart. Take responsibility. Take responsibility. That is rich coming from you. This was supposed to be perfect. I had it all planned out. I don't need to take responsibility. After all, there's no one here to celebrate you. You might have been having a happy delusion, but a bride alone in an empty venue is pretty pathetic. But you brought this on yourself. How dare you try to take over your sister's wedding and make yourself the star? You're just jealous. You couldn't stand seeing me happy. Happy? Is this what happiness looks like to you? You ruined everything. Now what am I supposed to do? Well, you still have your makeup on. Maybe take some selfies in the empty venue? Stop mocking me. This isn't how it was supposed to go. How was it supposed to go? Everyone celebrating your betrayal? It wasn't betrayal. It was love. Love. We'll see how long that lasts when the bills start coming in. What bills? What are you talking about? Oh, you'll find out soon enough. Enjoy your empty venue. Hey, sis, why do I have to pay for the wedding costs? And $50,000 at that? What's going on? You haven't paid for it? Why would I pay for a wedding that wasn't mine? But you arranged everything. For my wedding, not yours. But I'm your sister. You can't do this to me. Of course, I would have paid if I had had the wedding, but I didn't have a wedding, did I? Since you were the star of the show, it's only natural that you pay. I'm supposed to give up the wedding. I'll give up the payment, too. That's not fair. You chose to give up the wedding. Did I, or did you force my hand by announcing your pregnancy? But David should pay for it. He's the groom. Then go ask him. No way. I can't pay such a huge amount. Should have thought about that before stealing someone's wedding. You're being cruel. I am your little sister. If you don't want to pay alone, discuss it with your husband. It was your wedding together, so you two should figure it out. I tried calling him, but what? But I can't even contact David now. His family won't let me near their house. Really? The happy couple having problems already? His parents have guards at their gate. They won't even let me talk to him. They're being considerate because you're pregnant. They didn't push you away physically. You should be grateful. Grateful? They're treating me like a criminal. Aren't you? You did steal someone's fiancé and wedding. That's different. Love isn't a crime. Is that what you're calling it now? That's right. I am pregnant. Why isn't anyone being gentle with me? Still playing that card? It's not a card. I need support right now. If you want gentleness, you should act accordingly. Nobody's kind enough to coddle someone who acts so high and mighty. I don't act high and mighty, says the person who hijacked her sister's wedding. You're just bitter because David chose me. Chose you? Is that what you think happened? Of course, he loves me more than he ever loved you. Then why isn't he answering your calls? He's just busy right now. Busy hiding from the bill collectors, maybe. This isn't funny. What am I supposed to do about all this money? Not my problem. You wanted to be the bride so badly. Now you get to handle all the bride responsibilities. I can't believe you're doing this to your own sister. Funny, I was thinking the same thing about you.
Sarah, let's start over. What happened with Mary was really just once. I never loved her.
Interesting timing for this message.
Please, Sarah, I made a huge mistake.
Which mistake? Sleeping with my sister or marrying her?
I was trapped. She kept saying she was pregnant.
Even if you didn't love her, you need to take responsibility for getting her pregnant. What irresponsible thing are you saying? Oh, right, you got kicked out of your family home and lost your job. No wonder you want to switch back to me since I have an income.
How do you know about that?
Does it matter?
Did Mary tell you?
Your parents told me. Apparently, you made such a huge mistake that it caused damage to your client. Well, you were always pretty careless, so I figured you'd mess up eventually.
That's not fair. I was distracted because of all this.
Distracted? Is that what we're calling it now?
You thought that? Then help me out here.
Why would I do that?
Because we had something special.
No way. If you hadn't gotten involved with my sister, you wouldn't have been kicked out of your home. Then you could have at least found refuge in your father's company or lived off my income. You destroyed those possibilities with your selfish actions.
I said I'm sorry. What more do you want?
Sorry doesn't pay bills, does it?
Please help me. I'll end up on the streets at this rate.
No, I'm glad we didn't get married.
What?
Should I spell it out for you?
I thought you loved me.
Fired and unemployed. What a loser. I almost married the wrong person. I should thank my sister.
You don't mean that.
Actually, I do.
Damn it, don't mock me. Besides, your sister is demanding I pay all the wedding costs. Can't you say something to her?
I could, but I won't.
Why not? You know I can't afford this.
Why should I? You're married now, so figure it out yourselves. Though I doubt you'll stay married much longer. Having trouble with the happy marriage already?
It's not like that.
Then what is it like?
Mary's being unreasonable about everything.
Funny, that's exactly what you said about me when you were defending her.
That was different. I was confused then.
And now?
Now I see I made a terrible mistake.
Yes, you did. Several, actually.
Please, Sarah, I need your help.
You need my income, you mean?
That's not true.
Isn't it? Tell me, what exactly did you lose in all this?
Everything. My job, my family's trust, my savings.
Sounds like a you problem.
How can you be so cold?
I learned from the best. David, did you check the documents? I filed for compensation due to breach of engagement due to infidelity. Make sure you pay up.
What documents? What are you talking about?
Check your email. My lawyer sent everything over.
You've got to be kidding! I don't have money for that! I'm already fighting about the wedding costs! I have no income ahead of me! I can't handle any more payments!
Not my problem. Should have thought about that before cheating.
This is ridiculous! You're just being vindictive!
Don't get so upset over one claim. If you can say an affair is just one time, then you shouldn't complain about one compensation claim.
That's completely different.
Is it? How so?
Well, that's...
Besides, even if you don't want to pay, this is something you have to pay. If you don't like it, take out a loan.
You know I can't get a loan! My credit is ruined!
Sounds like a personal problem.
Why are you doing this to me?
Why did you cheat on me with my sister?
Stop it! I'm gonna be a father! Having debt would be terrible for the child! Please, you're going to be an aunt, so you should help out at times like this.
A father? Are you sure about that?
What do you mean?
Help, huh? Sure, support is needed during pregnancy, but she doesn't need it.
Of course she needs it! She's carrying my child! That's not true! Childbirth is tough! I'm a man, so I haven't experienced it, but all my seniors and coworkers who became mothers said they needed support! Even if you hate her, you should help at least with that, right?
Interesting that you're suddenly so concerned about childbirth.
What's that supposed to mean?
That's not the issue. She's not pregnant.
What?
You heard me.
That's impossible! She showed me the test!
Sure, there are energetic, pregnant women out there, but she came to the wedding in a dress with a tight waist. I checked with our parents, and there is no sign she's been to the hospital, no mother-child handbook, not even any OBGYN receipts. The pregnancy was probably a lie. My condolences.
No! That can't be!
Can't it? When's her due date?
She said... Wait.
You don't even know, do you?
She must have told me. I just can't remember.
The rest is up to you two. Might be your last conversation as husband and wife, but...
This isn't happening!
Oh, it's happening. Better start figuring out how you're going to pay both the wedding costs and my compensation.
I need to talk to Mary.
Good idea. Maybe ask her about those hospital visits she never had.
Why didn't you tell me this before the wedding?
Would you have believed me? That's what I thought. Have fun with the confrontation.
She really wasn't pregnant. She said she lied about being pregnant because she wanted to get married. Damn it, I already signed the marriage certificate. We're already married. This is too much. I'm the victim here. I was deceived. So, Sarah, let's get married. We can still start over, right?
After everything you've done, you still think that's an option?
But I was tricked. I'm the victim here.
That's impossible. It's your fault for being deceived. Besides, what are you saying after cheating? They say birds of a feather flock together, but when you're this similar, it must cause mutual disgust.
Don't lump me in with her. Don't you feel sorry for me at all?
Should I? For the man who called me cold and unlovable?
I was manipulated. I didn't mean any of that.
Not at all. By the way, she has other boyfriends too. You're just an ATM to her.
What?
Oh, you didn't know? How naive.
You're lying. She wouldn't...
She's always had messy relationships. Even if she were pregnant, we probably wouldn't know who the father is. I'll send you some photos of her going to hotels with other men just for the evidence.
What is this?
Reality. Something you should have checked before throwing away our relationship.
These photos. When were these taken?
Seems she met a man right after the wedding, too. Cheated on day 0 of marriage. That's awful. Poor you. But isn't it your fault for not working on being a better man to avoid being cheated on? You can divorce if you want, but it's going to get messy. After all, you're just like her.
Sis, you are too cruel. You told him I wasn't pregnant, didn't you? And exposing my affairs is the worst. Don't interfere in married couples' problems.
Married couples? Is that what you're calling this farce?
It's still my marriage. You had no right.
You shouldn't use the word married couple when your relationship is already broken. It just looks pathetic.
Shut up. Don't look down on me. You're just my sister. Besides, you were the one who was going to marry such a loser.
Oh, that? I was planning to marry him just to get compensation.
Huh? What do you mean?
Need me to spell it out?
Stop being cryptic. What are you saying?
I mean, I decided to marry him so I could divorce him. A cheated wife gets more sympathy than a cheated fiancé, and I can impose more social punishment.
Wait, what do you mean?
You see, that trash man has quite a habit of cheating. That's why he could easily get involved with you. I noticed this after we got engaged. I wanted revenge somehow, so I decided to marry him and then dump him. Then you, who always try to steal everything that's mine, got tangled up in it, so I decided to punish you both at once.
You can't be serious. The whole time?
Every single moment.
What? So you mean I was just dancing in the palm of your hand?
That's right, because I've always hated you. What's with that I was sickly and lonely act? You were only hospitalized once, and it was just for 1 day for a checkup. After that, you were perfectly healthy.
No, that's wrong. I was sickly. That's why they told me not to run.
Don't you remember why they told you that? Think harder.
Because I was weak.
That was just because you were running in the hospital hallway during your checkup. You've always been a pathological liar. You always used the sickly setting to get our parents' attention and convinced yourself that I was privileged because I was healthy and strong. So you could do anything you wanted. I wanted to get away from you so badly that I rushed into marriage, only to find out my fiancé was cheating. I was in despair until I realized you were targeting him.
Sis, you knew?
Knew. I counted on it.
So you're saying that me fighting with him over the wedding costs now, and this messy divorce, it's all your fault?
Sure, I set the trap, but you walked into it yourselves. It's your own fault. That phrase fits perfectly.
This is ridiculous. Do something. This happened because of you.
No, this happened because of you. Both of you. I just sat back and watched.
Help me. I got kicked out of our parents' house. I'm living in hotels, but I'm running out of money, and this is getting dangerous. David won't help me either. Please do something.
Now you want my help?
Please, I have nowhere else to go.
You're just facing the consequences of everything you've done. Of course our parents abandoned you. After all, you've been treating them like dirt.
Why? Why are you abandoning me? I am your daughter. Everyone, my friends, my husband, my family, everyone abandoning me like this. It's too cruel.
It's all because of how you've lived your life and because you never returned the love of those who loved you. There is no one left who's willing to give you any love.
Please, I'll do anything.
Too late for that now. In the end, my sister and David had a bitter divorce mediation. While she avoided paying him alimony, she couldn't get any property division. It seems she took on massive debt, including legal fees and the compensation she owed me. I heard she started working at nightclubs to pay off her debts, but it will take years to clear everything. She tried reaching out to her parents several times, sending messages about how she'd changed and learned her lesson, but they've seen this pattern too many times before. They blocked her number after she started demanding money for her debts. The last I heard, she was moving between cheap hotels, still insisting to anyone who would listen that she was the victim in all this. As for David, while he managed to protect his assets from the divorce, they were eaten up by the compensation he owed me, leaving him with only his legal fee debts. With his personality, steady employment will be difficult, and he's now living day to day on temporary work. He too will suffer under the weight of his debts for years to come. His parents still won't speak to him, and they were more devastated by his behavior than his job loss. His father told me that they had suspected his unfaithful nature for years, but hoped marriage would settle him down. Now they've written him off completely. Last I heard, he was trying to reconnect with old girlfriends, still telling the same story about how he was the real victim. Meanwhile, I'm living freely on my own with the compensation money I received. While I thought I'd finally gotten my own space, I decided to live with my parents. They've been cleaning up after my sister's messes all this time, and I want them to have a peaceful life. With these feelings in mind, I'm going to focus on being a good daughter to them from now on. My parents and I are closer than ever before. We never talk about Mary, but I know they keep her old photos in a drawer in their room. Sometimes I catch them looking at them with sadness in their eyes. But they finally stopped trying to save her from herself, and that's probably the healthiest thing for everyone.